Hello friends, welcome back. If you're new here, welcome. I'm Vicki and you're with Grammy in the Kitchen. So today we're going to make some biscotti. Biscotti means twice baked cookie or twice baked bread. It's an Italian cookie. So we're going to make chocolate chip and walnuts, craisins and almonds, pumpkin, chocolate chip, and pumpkin seeds. If that's something you're interested in, please stick around. We're going to have a great day. Aprons on. Let's bake some biscotti. So in the mixing bowl, we have a half a cup of butter, a third cup of regular sugar, white sugar, and a third cup of brown sugar. We're going to mix that together and slowly add in 2 eggs, one at a time. Then we'll add the vanilla. That's 1 tablespoon of vanilla. Once that is all mixed up, then we're going to add 2 cups of flour with 1.5 teaspoon of baking powder and a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Then we just mix it up till we have no flour crumbs left. Alright, so this is a mixture. In this bowl we have a cup of walnuts and 3/4 cups of the mini chocolate chips. Those are bittersweet chocolate chips. Let's go ahead and get our paddle out. We're going to go ahead and add the walnuts and the chips in. Just want to get that mushed into that dough. The oven is preheated to 350 and I have a parchment paper lined cookie sheet. This is a full size cookie sheet. We need to divide this dough in half as best as we can. We're going to form this dough into a log. I just want to make sure the chocolate chips and the walnuts are evenly distributed in here, so I'm just going to massage this just a bit. Just going to roll it out. Trying to make sure it's all cohesive. About 1 inch wide and 1/2 inch high. Alright, that looks about good. Let's get it picked up and put on our cookie sheet. Let's do the other one. Just turn it a 1/4 turn back and forth just to get it elongated. Alright, that looks good to me. Now we're going to put these in the oven at 350 degrees for 30-35 minutes and then we'll bring them out. So in the oven they go. So the almond and craisin recipe is going to be the same as the chocolate chip walnut recipe. So in this bowl I have a 1/2 cup of butter, a 1/3 cup of white sugar, a 1/3 cup of brown sugar. We're going to blend that together and then we're going to add 2 eggs, one at a time. Then we're going to add 1 tablespoon of vanilla. And in this bowl we have 2 cups of flour, 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder, and a 1/4 teaspoon of salt that we whisk together, and we're going to add that in slowly. Alright, we're going to move back to the island. So I have a cup of walnuts in this Ziploc bag, and all I did was just whack it. So I'll have 3/4 cup of craisins, and I just want to chop them up into smaller pieces. Just going to run the knife through them several times just to make them a little bit smaller, going in different directions. Put that in our dough mixture. If I had some almond extract, I would have done some, but I don't. So we're just going to stick with the vanilla. I find it easier just to get in here with my hand and smush all those nuts and craisins in the dough. Kind of like knead it in there. Alright, now we need to divide this in half. We're going to mold this log just like we did with the chocolate chip walnut. We want it 1 inch wide to a 1/2 inch tall, but it doesn't have to be precise. Set that aside. Let's work on the other one. Now we just gotta wait till the walnut one comes out of the oven, and then we'll put these in. So the walnuts and chocolate chip biscotti came out. Now we have to let these cool off before we can cut them. Almond and craisin biscottis are going to go in the oven. 350 degrees, 30 minutes. I have raw pumpkin seeds, and I just want to toast them a little bit. We're just going to toast them up a little bit, not trying to cook them all the way, just so they're not raw. Want to constantly keep them moving so they don't burn. We're going to take them out of this pan so they can start cooling off. So in the mixing bowl, I have 4 tablespoons of butter, 2/3 cup of sugar, 1 1/4 teaspoons of pumpkin spice, 3/4 teaspoons of cinnamon, and a 1/2 cup of pumpkin puree. We're going to mix that together. Then we're going to add 1 egg and 1 teaspoon of vanilla. And in this bowl we have 2 cups of flour, 1 1/2 teaspoons of baking powder, and a 1/2 teaspoon of salt that we've whisked together. And we're going to add the flour mixture in slowly. We're going to go ahead and take this to the island, and we're going to add the rest of the ingredients. And the almond craisin biscottis are out. Now we got to let those cool. Now we're going to work on the pumpkin seeds, and I decided I'm going to go ahead and add some chocolate chips to it. So in this bowl is 1 cup of chocolate chips. I use my mini, which are the bittersweet. And I have a 1/2 cup of toasted pumpkin seeds. And you want to make sure after you toast your pumpkin seeds, you let them cool off completely before you put them in with the chocolate chips, because they will melt. Mine in the refrigerator until they cooled off. Now we're going to dump that into our pumpkin batter. Get that mixed in together. It's probably just as easy with my hands. I'm just going to knead that in. Make sure the chocolate chips and the pumpkin seeds are evenly distributed. Alright, let's take half of this parchment paper right here. Let's see if we can form a log out of this. I want to massage it a little bit to get those seeds and the chocolate chips distributed through this dough. And this is way stickier. Okay, we're going to work with it. It looks like this one's got more chocolate chips in it. I don't think I did that very well, but we're going to go with it anyway. This one's got way more chocolate chips and pumpkin seeds. Now the pumpkin seed chocolate chip biscotti is going in the oven. And now the pumpkin chocolate chip pumpkin seeds are done. But we're not finished. This one right here is the first one. This is the chocolate chip and walnuts. We need to cut these and bake them again. I'm going to cut these about 1 inch. And we're using a serrated knife and just doing it very slowly because we don't want to crumble it. So that's what I mean by crumbling. Okay, Chef's treat. So we have a parchment paper covered cookie sheet. Now we're going to lay these on here. Then we're going to bake them one more time. And the sliced ones we're going to bake for 20 minutes. And this is the almond and craisin. We're just going to slice these the same way. And the chocolate chip walnuts are done. Now we're going to get our almonds and craisins in the oven. Now this is the almonds and craisins. They're going to go in the oven for 20 minutes. Now we're going to go ahead and slice the chocolate chip pumpkin seeds. Now the almond and craisin biscottis are done. Pumpkin seeds and chocolate chip. We're going to bake these for 20 minutes. Now the pumpkin seeds, pumpkin, and chocolate chip are done. Okay, the biscottis are done. Chocolate chip and walnut, craisin and almond, pumpkin, chocolate chip, pumpkin seeds. Okay, so I work in an Italian restaurant, so I decided I was going to make some biscottis to take to my coworkers. So I got 2 containers over here of a mixture of all 3 of the biscottis, and then we have a plate here with some extras that we get to keep for snacking on also. So if you find any value in this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you don't mind, go ahead and subscribe. We will love to have you part of the Grammy family. Thank you very much, and y'all have a wonderful day. Till the next time.